employee engagement. Where does it come from? I'm a fellow of the National Academy of Human Resources, and I'm frequently asked to attend HR conferences, HR conventions. A year or so ago, I was at a large HR conference, and 3 of the top HR people in the world, these are the chief HR officers from 3 major corporations, made a presentation on the topic of employee engagement. And they were given a challenge. Let us know everything out there about employee engagement. As I listened to the presentation, it was really good. They talked about what companies can do to engage the employees. They talked about things like empowering people, and they talked about leadership development, and then they talked about fair training and compensation and performance feedback systems. Everything was good, and I applauded everything they said. I thought it was all great stuff. As I'm listening, I began to realize something. 100% of everything discussed was focused on what can the company do to engage you. Absolutely 0% was focused on what the employees can do to engage themselves. Now, when I say 0, I'm not exaggerating. 0. Everything is what the company can do to engage you. Nothing about what you can do to engage yourself. I'm listening to this, and I'm thinking, wait a minute. Everything they're saying is good. They're missing half of an equation. They're missing half the point. I fly on American Airlines constantly. I have over 11 million frequent flyer miles just on one airline. There are 2 flight attendants on a typical flight. One's positive, motivated, upbeat, enthusiastic. One's negative, bitter, angry, and cynical. Same plane, same pay, same uniform, and the same employee engagement program. What's the difference? The difference is not what's on the outside. The difference is what's on the inside. As I listened to this, I realized almost nothing is being done about what the employees can do to engage themselves. As I listened to this, I began to connect some dots. First, coaching. In my role as a coach, I've learned a great and humbling lesson. The key variable for success in coaching is not the coach. It's the person who's being coached. The client I spent the least amount of time with improved the most and was great to start with. The client I spent the most amount of time with didn't improve at all. What did I learn? The key variable for successful coaching is the client. Then I'm listening. The key variable in leadership development. I'm going to share a study. 86,000 people call leadership as a contact sport. Same training, same everything. The key variable for success is the leader in the program. My daughter, Dr. Kelly Goldsmith, and I did some research on happiness and meaning. What did we find out? People who are miserable at work are miserable at home. A large part of our happiness, misery, engagement, and satisfaction is not what's on the outside, it's on the inside. And by the way, if the major variable of employee engagement is the company, not the employee, why is it people who are disengaged at work are the same people who are disengaged at home? We've also done research on active and passive questions. And my daughter brought up a great point. Everything in employee engagement is focused on something called passive questions. That gets people to focus on what can the company do to help me, not active questions, how can I help myself? And we've learned by getting people to focus on themselves and how they can make a difference, we can create a very dramatic and positive change in employee engagement without doing just another HR program. And we can get people to focus on what can I do to engage myself? What can I do to make a difference? As opposed to what the company's doing for me. What's most exciting about our new research is this. I believe in employee engagement. And getting people to focus on engaging themselves, is it good for the company? Yes. Is it good for the customer? Yes. It's even better for the person. Back to those 2 American flight attendants. One's positive, motivated, upbeat, enthusiastic. One's negative, bitter, angry, and cynical. They're on the same plane with the same pay. What's the difference? It's on the inside, and the real loser for 3 hours is not American Airlines. They're going bankrupt anyway. The real loser is not the customer. I am the customer. After 5 minutes, I'm generally asleep. I don't know what the flight attendant's doing. The real loser for 3 hours is the flight attendant. 3 hours of that human being's life just got spent in misery. So what I love about our new research on employee engagement, what I love about our new work and what I teach all the people I'm working with now is it good for your company? Yes. Is it good for your customers? Yes. It is even better for you.